Welcome to this week's episode of Coffee Talk. If you've just joined, Coffee Talks are the short in-between episodes where we read your listener-submitted stories, hang out with friends, talk about witchy pop culture, or chat with you about what's going on in our personal practices.
And if you want to be featured on Coffee Talk, email us at submission at coffeeandcauldrons.com, or you can send us your submission on our website, coffeeandcauldrons.com. You can send us your tips, your ghost stories, or any kind of funny story you think the community would love to hear. Be sure to let us know if we could share your name, if you prefer us not to. Your social media username is also a great way to get credit. And if typing up a long story is just not your jam, we do have a voicemail service where you can leave us your story on there. There is a 3-minute cutoff point, and if you haven't finished your story by then, just give us a call back and we'll put it together. The number is 351-207-0799.
Yes. And as a reminder, if you don't listen to our main episodes for some reason, we do have monthly classes on our Discord or on our Patreon library tier and up. And I'm announcing this one this week because this one's going to be on August 10th. It is with Samantha Weisberg, and she's doing a class on creative writing, which, as we've had other classes on word witchery before, you take your creative writing and you can apply that to spell work. You can use it for word witchery, all sorts of things. So we would love to see you there.
Yeah. I mean, I really feel like anything creative, like when it comes to art and when it comes to writing, it's such a great way to get in touch with your inner child. And our inner child is so important for spell work and stuff like that. And yeah, you're getting started on something super creative.
I am. I'm so excited. Also, 12 out of 10 segue, girl.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So Marie and I have talked about this before on the podcast, so I'm not going to touch on it too much, but your local library is one of the most amazing, useful, wonderful tools that we have access to. Support your local library, whether that is donating $5 a year to be a friend of the local library, donating books, donating time, or just showing up to events. Your local library is amazing. It's an amazing tool. It's got so much stuff. Get out there. Support your local library. Hot people love libraries. Now, that being said, I'm starting a crafting club at my local library, and the podcast is sponsoring it, which is so exciting.
It's so cute.
I'm in a really, really small town. It's very, very rural. So to utilize the library in what they call meeting time after hours, it requires a $10 donation to utilize that. And so me and my local friends are starting what we're calling the Craft Coven, which is so cute, right?
That is so cute. I love the name.
Cute.
I love the name so very much.
I mean, it was actually not my idea. My friend Lizzie was like, well, if the podcast is going to be sponsoring it, we should have it be witchy themed. And then she was like, it also will hopefully get religious zealots to not join. And I was like, yeah, all right, touche.
You just have to worry about the all right witches.
Yeah, which we'll cross that bridge if we get there. But yeah, we're doing like a little community crafting circle, hopefully targeted to people in our age demographic. I mean, that's the goal, but it's welcome to anybody. And you just show up and you hang out with your community and you chat and you work on whatever crafting project that you have going on.
Yeah. I love
that. The goal is that if you need help with something that you're working on, you've got people there to chat with. Some people, they really want to craft and they just struggle to carve out that time at home for themselves. They need structure. And so that the last Wednesday of every month, you can come and work on your craft project.
Yeah, I hope some really cool people start joining your little craft circle. Could you imagine if of Grace and Frankie, if a Frankie-esque person came and joined your group?
That would be amazing.
That would be so
literally
cool.
Be amazing. I'm very excited. I'm genuinely super excited. I'm a big believer in putting energy into your local community, not to be too socialist about it, but I am a really big believer in pouring energy into your community.
And our public fund being used for
And our public
community and the
funds
people.
Exactly. I'm a
Not
really
for
big
rich people.
Yeah, I'm a really big believer in all that. And I also am a big believer in putting your money where your mouth is. Like, I think that, not to get like too annoying about it, but I do think that we are living in a day and age where a lot of people love to yap on the internet about what you should be doing, but they're not actually applying the things that they want to see happen in the world with what they're able to do. And of course, we all have way different ranges of accessibility of what that looks like to you. Maybe that is posting a community forum like I'm doing. Maybe that's sending a $5 donation to, I don't know, what's UNICEF or something like that. It is so different for everyone, right? And there's no, quote, wrong way to do these sort of things. But I am able-bodied and I can do this for my community. And so I want to.
Yeah.
I think that there's too much of this, too much yapping. For people can't see me doing it, but I'm doing yappy hands with my fingers. And not enough actually like doing what we preach about. And so this is my doing what I preach about. Or part of it, at least.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Utilizing and pouring money into the local library. That's always a good idea.
And also, like, I saw some stupid video on the internet. Which the stupid video on the internet is actually what sparked the conversation with me and my friends that we should do this community circle. And it was about how nobody, like, there's going to be a whole generation of grandmas that, like, know how to twerk but don't know how to, like, cook or knit. And I don't think that that's accurate.
I don't think that's true at all.
I don't think that's accurate. But simultaneously, I bet there's a huge demographic of people that are our age that have shitty parents and grandparents that didn't teach them things because they're fucking selfish. And so if they are interested in trying something new and they have a group of people that are willing to be patient with them and explain things to them, or even just give them the confidence to try because they're in a room of people, then why shouldn't we offer that?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
The outreach.
Your local community matters. And we really do not have enough people who are willing to take the time to actually do that stuff. And I'm willing to take the time. Me and friends. It's not just me.
It's all Robin.
It's literally
she duplicates herself at night and she goes and does stuff.
It's crazy. No, it's definitely not all me. There's about 6 of us. But I'm excited. I'm excited to, do it.
Yeah, you should be. I'm excited.
How have you been? What's going on with you, girly pop?
I've been good. Well, let's see. Oh, I have to tell you this crazy thing. I think I've told you through text, but like, I don't think I touched on it in the podcast. Did I talk about all the signs that I've been seeing? I think I did a little bit.
Well, you might have done it and I just forgot. That is also something that maybe happened.
Oh, well. I'm going to touch on it again because I still think it's really cool. Okay, so every single morning I like to go and I sit outside and I journal and I kind of like touch grass for a moment and I work on like breathing and I do stretches.
She touches grass.
And I do some stretches. I just kind of like, it's that important time of my day where I like, reconnect with myself and take care of myself. And I think it was like started 2 weeks ago. Like first one morning I had like 8 different butterflies come and visit me as I was doing this stuff in a very short amount of time. And it's very weird to see butterflies on my porch this time of year because our chase tree is like, it stopped blooming and the butterflies never seem like really engaged or loving the hydrangeas. So they like leave them alone. So it was very weird to see 8 butterflies. And they were like gorgeous butterflies, like big, like which we also don't see very often. Like this beautiful, especially this one yellow swallowtail that like keeps visiting. But then like I'm pretty sure it was the next day. We had a dragonfly come into the house at night, which we did talk about this. Now I remember, but I had a dragonfly come in at night and started like flying around, and it
yes,
let
I do
me
remember this.
Snow White it into a bowl and let it carry it outside. It was so nice. And
Do you
then
know why? Do you know why that happened?
Why?
It's because it saw your little dragonfly pins that I bought you, and it was like, mother.
Which is funny because they're like right there in the hallway.
Mother?
But what was I gonna say? Oh, and then the next day there was right in front where I sit like a fully intact like dead cicada. And like I took all these things are like, it's not gross.
It's a little gross.
But it like deals with transitions, like cycles ending and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just find it really cool and to receiving all these signs. And my like readings have been matching up with it completely. And I don't know. After like being so sick last year, I feel like I'm starting to get like more in touch with my practice, more like how it was before being sick, which is very nice. And I'm starting to, feel like more like myself, which is also very good. So yeah,
that's really good.
Thank you. But
I mean,
I
think it's nice when you get these like kind of affirming little moments that,
that are so weird, that it's unexplainable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sweet.
Thank you.
I think it's really sweet.
I've been trying, what is it called? Like that type of yoga, the Samic yoga. Is that right?
I don't fucking know. I know Bikram yoga, and I know, what's the one that starts with the V? Vin yoga?
But this is more like
yin or Vin? I don't know. The one that's slow.
Intuitive movements where you do like what makes your body feel very good. Like you like move your head a little bit that way, and you just fill it out. It's not like you're being told what to do and you don't have like a set thing. You're just doing what feels good to your body.
Maria's like, there's no rules.
There are no rules. Some people get really weird with it, which is very fun to see. But I've been doing that in the mornings, and that's been helping me a lot, like with my jaw pain, with my neck pain, and my back pain. Like, it's been very cool. I like it. And I'm going to keep doing it.
My back.
Yeah. Old.
My sciatica.
Remember when that meant something super sexy?
Yeah.
But now it's not sexy. Getting old and haggard and becoming that crone. But that's okay.
Yeah. Can I tell you like what a crunchy nightmare I've become? When I say nightmare, that's not the right word. And crunchy is also not the right word. It's more like I am becoming like such a homesteader. I've got vegetables growing, as you know. I got my sourdough. I bought at a estate sale a 1979 big book of bread. And I've been making bread that isn't just sourdough. I've got my little knitting and my craft circle I'm doing, like fucking home on the range, bitch.
Well, in your defense too, you kind of like right now with how the world is, like leaning into that stuff's like important because we don't know like what next year is going to look like the year after 100%.
That. And also I think that's part of the problem, not part of the problem, but part of our mindset is that with the state of the world at this moment, especially when you live in a really conservative place like I live, I think having something like a craft coven that hopefully scares off zealots, they're not interested in that witchcraft and heathenry. What I'm hoping is that it will essentially encourage people that maybe are afraid of getting involved in the community because they're worried that everybody's a bunch of bigots, give them a little respite and realize that like there actually are like normal people still out there.
And I think honestly there's more normal people than there are terrible people.
100%.
It's just the people that are hidden don't know they can be unhidden.
Exactly.
And that they can be themselves and loved and cherished for exactly who they are.
I had a conversation with my dad about fascism and why America is tumbling into fascism at rapid pace. And I actually think he heard me.
Oh
I
my
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
gosh.
it. He like didn't disagree with what I was saying. And I was like, the thing is, Dad, he was like, well, there's always been people with supporters. I was like, right. I was like, but Trump has a fan base. And there's a very big difference between having a supporter that is a loyalist versus having a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Very different. I was like, did you ever see Reagan tattoos? Clinton tattoos? Bush tattoos?
Mm-hmm.
I was
They
like, did
act
you
like
see?
like K-pop groupies and
No,
stuff.
literally, it's like a cult. Call your dad. You're in a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him about it, and I was like, the thing is that if this continues this way, the way that it's going, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it is just going to continue to divide our nation and make both ends of it very extreme. This is how I was wording it to him. I was like, when one end, conservative values, the extreme end of it is fascism.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let's think about what that implication is.
Mm-hmm. People are
And he
like
was
losing their humanity at like a rapid pace. Who
100%.
used to be like such, they might have been like, 90s Republicans, but they still had a quasi
Right. They still
conscience, but now
had
it's
a
gone.
quasi-conscious. Yeah, it's gone. It's
It's
totally
gone.
gone. It is just insane to me. It's genuinely insane. I can't believe it. I'm upset about it.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, the thing is too is that I believe I believe for myself that I am a patriot, I guess, but I don't really like that word and the connotations that come with it. But I believe in making America a great place.
Mm-hmm. An
And I think
actual
that
great
an
place for
actual,
everybody.
not make America great again
Yeah.
bullshit. I'm talking about like, I truly believe that we can make our community, our individual communities, amazing places. And by proxy, that then makes the whole country a great place.
Mm-hmm.
And even people who don't agree with me, I want them to have good lives that make them happy.
Honestly, I really do think that capitalism really fucked us up just because there's so many rules around capitalism. Like,
Yeah.
your community can't be around like too close to a grocery store. It can't be too close to like a coffee shop or anything like HOAs and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, well, we have community in these like places, but people are more likely we're losing those third spaces, like
Right.
where people would go like after work and stuff like that because it's close
Like
by to their
pubs
home.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
But now we don't have that. So we're losing that connection with other people and we're not talking to different groups of people and getting, everywhere you have to drive, like in the States. So you're not mingling. And I know,
Right.
Europe, even though they have these communities that are like that, they're having their own issues too. But I don't feel like it's as bad as it is here. Could it be? Yeah, absolutely. But they are also slowly leaning into that capitalist nature, like us
Yeah,
too.
I mean, look at the fucking Brexit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I'm not speaking for all of Europe, but my husband is English and we had set to move to England. So I know a little bit about it. So I am not going to speak on it too much because I am ignorant enough on it that I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk on it too much. But I do know that a lot of the stuff that involved with Brexit, not all of it, but a lot of it was nationalism.
Mm-hmm.
And like the thing is that I think people struggle to understand that you can be proud in your country and not be a nationalist. They're different things.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's like, having a cookout, but inviting everybody, not excluding like, a family down the street that is like different color than
Right.
or anything like that.
So again, my friend Lizzie and I were planning to do homeschooling next year. We're doing TK for our 4-year-olds because we want to see if this is something we want to commit to.
Mm-hmm.
And even though TK is not a requirement, I feel like it's a good soft launch for us if this is like long-term sustainable for us. And there's 2 other families that might join in on us, and we would do kind of like a house swap situation where I drop my kid off at person 1's house on Tuesday or Monday. Everyone comes to my house on Tuesday. Person 2's house gets everybody, and then person 3's house gets everybody on Thursday. And then we do like a community thing on Friday. That way you still get time away from your kid. Your kid is still figuring out how to listen to other adults without you there, but these are trusted families. And one of the moms was saying how she's got this really big work project, so she's worried about committing because she can't commit until mid-September for her portion. And we were like, it takes a village. Let us be your village for that first few weeks. I'm like, because we also can't guarantee that in 4 months' time, I don't get hit by a car and I need my village for a couple weeks.
Exactly.
So that's the point of being a village, is being willing to be reciprocal of one another when it's necessary.
Absolutely.
It's not a forever thing. It's for right now.
It's like the Six of Cups card, kind of like unconditionally giving from like the heart, no strings attached. I mean, sometimes do strings have to be attached? Absolutely. But that's why we have the Six of Pentacles and, but not everything has to be that way. And if we had a little bit more of Six of Cups compared to the Six of Pentacles in this world, we'd be in a lot. In a way better space. Maybe people would be like, oh, yeah, everyone deserves healthcare. Everyone deserves to live, Everyone deserves
rich
to have
billionaires.
Yeah. Everyone deserves to live with some dignity, and I don't know. Yeah.
Stinky freaks.
Yeah.
Stinky freaks. All right, before we get into too much more of a political tangent, thank you all.
It.
They do. Thank you all so much for joining us this week. We will see you next week because we will have a continuation of our Elemental miniseries. Next week we're doing a fire, right?
I'm trying to think. We did. It would be fire next.
Yeah, I think it's fire.
No.
It's air.
No. It's air.
Then fire. Look at us going in a freaking watchtower circle. You can check out our website for a link to our submission forms, or shoot us an email at submissions@coffeeandcauldrons.com, or leave us a voicemail at 351-207-0799 to tell us any ghost stories, witch stories, tips, or topics that you think the community would love to hear.
And as always, if you enjoy Coffee and Cauldrons, please take a moment to review us on Apple Podcasts or any streaming service you are on. Or if you want to support us directly, consider joining us on Patreon, where we share articles, a special Part 2 exclusive episode, have a Spell the Month box, and a Discord. And we have so many events, guys. Come join us. It's so much fun on there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing a remote Estes session tonight because it didn't work on Sunday because I did it on a freaking Sunday. And AM radio stations, they're all like where we live, they're all Christian stations. So it was just fucking gospel. It was just gospel music. There was no words. So I was like, oh, whoopsie. Should have thought about that. All right. I love you guys. Bye.